Good morning, chats. Today, I'm gonna tell you the recipe for building the best looking, most delicious, tasteful C6 Corvette out there. I'm gonna give you the list of mods that are in my car in the screen right now to make your Corvette look this good. You're gonna pull up to the car meets and you're gonna start breaking necks instead of staying at home strangling your own. You know what I'm talking about. If you already have a C6 Corvette, hold my hand, I'll show you the way. And if you don't have a Corvette, once you see the potential, how hot it can look, you're gonna want one. This car looks so hot. Hotter than the black leather interior. Hotter than the shit little baby was dropping from 2018 to 2020. Hotter than the Asian girls that curved me when I asked for the digits. And that's pretty hot. So let's begin with one of the most noticeable things on my car. On my car, I have the CR1 style carbon fiber body kit. This body kit comes with the lip, the side skirts, and then the rear spoiler that are the CR1 style, but they're carbon fiber. So it adds a little bit of spiciness to the recipe. It's nothing that it dramatically makes the car look different. It doesn't make it look tacky. It's just a simple touch. Think of it as when a pretty girl wears makeup. She may not need it. I'm not gonna ask for her to put it on, but if it's already there, I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna enjoy it. Same thing with the body kit. And I'm not talking about the thickness of the car. The Grand Sports, the CO6s, the CR1s, they're the thick ones. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ground effects only. If you get a Grand Sport, that's one of the benefits. You get the thickness. If you have a base model, there's nothing wrong with that. You're still part of the family, bro. Come here. The base models are great. They're nice and petite. And people have their preference. To me, I just wanted what I could get my hands on, and I got my hands on the Grand Sport, which was thicker. So with this extra thickness and this CR1 body kit, from a distance it actually does look like a CR1. And that's when you get close and you see that I don't have the supercharger and I'm not as cool, but that is amazing because when you have a car that costs you in the 20,000s to buy, and it looks like a $100,000 car, that is a great deal. Some of the spoilers that are in the market, they don't come with the third brake light, but the body kit that I have is one that's available anywhere. A lot of companies make it. If you want to get the one that doesn't have the third brake light, I think you have to buy the spoiler on its own. While I'm in the back of the car, I'll talk about the rear diffuser that I have on. I have a carbon fiber diffuser, and I have seen some of them that don't have the holes for the reverse lights, and they look pretty clean, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't think it's a safe route to go, because think of this. Imagine you got the music blast, you got the slappers blasting, and you're reversing. The clutch slips, and you don't notice that little Timmy's behind you taking a picture of your Corvette. Next thing you know, you hit a bump. You don't know why, but just keep backing up because you can't hear the cries for help over the stage 2 cam. That got pretty dark, so let's keep talking about the exhaust. Inside of the diffuser, you're gonna see those beautiful quad tips like a Corvette is supposed to have. Not duals, not duals. A Corvette is supposed to have a quad tips, so don't convert them. And those quad tips are the original ones. Believe it or not, they look so good that you would think that it's aftermarket, but it's the NPP exhaust system, so it's the one that comes with the valves. I can close the flaps when the cop is around, make the car quiet. I can open them up for a cop. Oh, but what are you saying? Hey yo, what? I can open them up for increased sound, and the tips at the end already look good, so it's the perfect exhaust setup. It's all original, it's completely legal. If you pay a little bit of attention, if you have 20/20 vision and you can see the rear of my car, I do have some LED taillights. So that is one big improvement that will completely change the look of the car, is upgrading those rear taillights, because the original taillights look like they came out straight out of a Chevy Cobalt. And we don't want that shit. We're Corvette owners. We don't want our car to look like a Cobalt. So please, Chevy, tell me why the hell did you put a Cobalt steering wheel in the car? We don't want that shit. So I'll put the name of the taillights here on the screen. I can't think of the name at the top of my head, but you can find them online. There's multiple configurations. There's one where the inside of the taillight, it's blacked out. On mine, yeah, it's kind of like the Euro look. You can still see a clear in it. The car still remains looking original, but it just makes the car look more expensive. I think that's the way to go. I like the LED taillights. What I don't like is the LED headlights. And I know a lot of people don't feel the same way about the front Corvette headlights, but to me, I love some good OEM Corvette headlights. You can't see it on my car because it's black, but if you have any other Corvette color, then you can see the actual color of the car through the lens of the headlights. And to me, that's iconic. That's amazing, and that's why I like the original ones over the C7 style. I would never upgrade, even if these yellow out or get fade out, I wouldn't upgrade to the C7 because they don't look as good. All Corvette owners disagree, but I don't think they look good. I don't think they look better. I don't want my C6 to look like a C7 because if we're being honest, the C6 looks better than the C7 cosmetically on the exterior, of course, because the interior of the C7 is miles ahead of the C6. That I cannot debate. The interior of the C7, it laps the C6 interior. The C6 is so far behind in the race as far as interior quality. It's like a fat guy in skinny jeans trying to run against Usain Bolt. You're not gonna catch up. This guy's gone already. I've had a taste of both of them, and I choose C7 for a daily driver, for the interior quality, sound quality, and I said this so many times already. The sound quality in the C6 is not good. Doesn't matter what you say. If you say the original sounding quality, the Bose is a little bit better, but the original factory speakers on the C6, they're trash, man. If you like audio quality or if you're into music, you're gonna have to upgrade. The original speakers are not a desirable trait on the C6. It's not a desirable trait. It's like being good looking but being short. It's not the end of the world, but you gotta work with what you have. Still remaining with the exterior, one of the biggest things that make the car look so damn mean is the wheel setup. The color combination though, the black with the silver wheels, it makes it look so exotic. It looks really high-end with the low profile tires. And one of the secrets for having a really good looking Corvette is having bald ass tires from 4 years ago, like I do. My tires are balder than fucking Caillou. My Corvette is a black one. It's not the color that I would have chose. You already know which color is the best looking color for the Corvette. You gotta say it together. 1, 2, 3. Cyber gray. You know it's a cyber gray. It's the best looking color. It's the best shade because it highlights the body of the car. You can see the carbon fiber a lot better. Don't get me wrong, black is not bad at all. I actually like the black now. It really grew on me. I actually wanted a yellow Corvette initially because the yellow Corvettes look tough, especially when you get all the carbon fiber. In my opinion, it just looks tough. I would have liked the car to be a lighter shade so I can see the body lines better, but sometimes you can't choose how dark you are. Sometimes you're stuck with it. And you can't wear certain shirt colors because they don't match your skin tones. So you gotta miss out on a drippy ass outfit. That's just part of life. It can't always be drip season. One last thing I wanna add is when you drop the top on the Corvette, if you have a base model, if you have a Grand Sport, you're winning. Cause you can just take the targa off and your car just looks so much better. It makes a big difference. Like you pull up, you pull up with this hand because you gotta shift your gear. So you pull up and just look around and you're like, you see the drop top, bitch, quit playing with me. That's how you pull up. And you can't do that with the C06, you can't do that with the CR1. That's one of the benefits of going with the cheaper models. So if you made it this far, I know you support the channel, I know you're a real one, and I know you know that we like to keep it real here, pushing gears, we like to keep it raw. So I got a little secret to tell you guys. All the mods that are in my car, I didn't actually buy. The car came like this. If you see the video where I purchased the Corvette, it had all the right mods, all the mods that I wanted, they were in the car initially, except for the interior that I'm gonna upgrade down the line, but that doesn't matter, we'll talk about that later. But as far as the exterior, the car was perfect, and that's why I was even more excited about having the car. All the open tabs that I had with the mods that I wanted on the Corvette, they were all in this Grand Sport that I was able to find. So I got the higher trim and I got all the mods that I wanted, I had it in it. I was so happy. And yeah, I did just make a video about a build list and I didn't even have to modify my own car. That's stonks right there. A lesson that you have to learn is that you don't have to modify your car to make it look this amazing, because Corvettes, as they are, GM got it right, they had all the right looks, so you can have a plain Corvette and it's still gonna look great. There's not much of a need to modify the car. It's like when you have a motorcycle, it's already beautiful as it is. If you have the Ducati, it looks sexy. You don't have to change the fenders, you don't have to change the levers. It looks perfect as it is. People see the bigger picture. If you have a Harley, you don't gotta drop the mirrors, you don't gotta do no crazy things. All those little details that you add on, they won't know why, but they'll know that it looked better. But even if you didn't have them, they'd still appreciate the car. Those little details to regular peasants that are not car enthusiasts, they're not gonna notice. When your girl gets her hair done, you're like, damn, you look so good. But sometimes you can't even tell why. It's the same thing. It's no different. You're just a guy. They're just regular people. They're just gonna appreciate it. They don't care that how much money you spent on the build. At the end of the day, you have a badass car, and that's what matters. We made it to 5K. We're at 5K. It only took 6 years, but we're making it happen. People are watching the videos now, so thank you. Goodbye.